PUAtraining.com.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the difference between winners and losers in the game. So a lot of guys try and get better with women, but over the years I've met different guys. So some would very quickly get very, very good. You know, in just a few months they'd dramatically change and be absolutely fantastic. On the other hand, there are guys that have tried and tried for 4, 5, 6, 7 years even, and they're still not very good. And I've looked at the differences between these guys, and so in this video I'm going to tell you how you can avoid falling into the losers camp and end up in the winners camp. So the first thing is that a lot of guys just study techniques. If you're on forums all day, if you're watching products all day, the problem is you don't actually become a more interesting or a better person. You might know more about game, but it's not the right way to do things. When I was learning, I didn't only study techniques, I tried to become a more attractive man. So, you know, of course, things like improving your fashion or learning new skills will help. But when you read books, you know, about psychology or about pickup, try and think about the wider application. Try and think about how it will help you in business, in your social circle, and always try and become a more attractive man rather than a guy that just knows more techniques. So that's the first mistake that I see guys make. The second one that I see guys make is one to do with feedback. When you're approaching a lot of women, you're going to be rejected, you're going to have things go wrong, you're going to make mistakes, and the key thing is to not have any ego about that in the early days. Guys make the mistake of working on their confidence and becoming confident and having a big ego, and they do that before they actually get good. And what that means is they don't take feedback seriously, they don't take it in the way they should. They think that what they're doing is right, and if things are not working with the girls, they think it's the girls' fault, or that it's a numbers game, or they just don't get it. Instead, take every interaction, you know, leave your ego aside and think about what you might learn from it, what you could have done better. And if you always have the expectation in the beginning that it's your fault, not theirs, it's actually something that will help you improve and, you know, make the changes that are necessary. The third thing that is very important is your peer group. In the beginning, your peer group are probably guys that are like you. They're on the same level, they're as good socially, they're as good with women. And this can hold you back when you start to get good. When you start to make changes and to improve your life, your peer group should change over time. I'm not telling you to ditch your friends that have, you know, you've been your friends for 20 years, your old school friends, but think about cutting back the time you spend with them and finding a new peer group of role models that you can learn from that are very good in areas especially that you're weak at. So very good socially, maybe very funny, very confident, very good with women, more experienced, more interesting, these kind of guys. And over time your social group should keep evolving and changing. Of course, having female friends and things will also help as well. Over time, you want to be in more demanding situations. So if you approach a tourist in a tourist spot who's on her own and she's bored and she's not very attractive, she's not going to give you the kind of harsh test that you really need to get very, very good. To get those harsh tests, you have to go to places that would scare you and approach groups that would scare you, approach the bitchy looking girls, get into the best clubs and approach the girls that everyone wants to talk to. By doing this, over time you become confident and able to handle these situations. When you can handle the most demanding social situations, then you're going to take that step forward and become better. The final thing is to do with day game. A lot of guys do day game and it's fantastic, it's a great way to meet women, but too many of the guys just go out and they only get numbers, and they say they don't like nightclubs, they don't like going to bars, they just like day game. The problem with this is that you don't practice the full range of skills. You practice stopping a girl, talking to her and getting a number, but too many guys get those flaky numbers. So what I'd urge you to do is, even gurus actually get flaky numbers, so what I'd urge you to do is to go out in the daytime and don't take your phone. Meet girls and take them on instant dates. After you've spoken for 10 minutes, say, listen, I've got some time, right, why don't we go and grab a coffee? If you can do that, then it means that you wouldn't get flaky numbers, you'd get solid ones. Likewise, when you go out to the nightclub or the bars, don't take your phone with you. Try and get girls to change venues, to come back to your place, to come to an after party. And by not focusing on the number, it will really improve your game. So over the years, those are the kind of mistakes and the things that guys do that I see just stops them from making that progress and becoming really good with girls. So pay attention to that, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Leave your comments below as usual, and thanks for watching.